Hello, people. Today we're doing a set that I'm calling Nude Stained Glass Flowers. So let's get started. Now, I have done my nails with a very pale pinky nude polygel this time because I wanted to try it out. So here we go. We're starting off with some base coat. Now, I've used no nail polish of colored polish for this set. I did use several different top coats, which you'll see as we go along. Okay, we got the base coat on and we're not curing it yet. I'm going to take some of this gold foil and I just want some really teeny tiny little bits. So we're going to try to break this up a bit here, which wasn't working all that well for me. Trying to do this without getting it stuck to where I don't need it right now because I've got the wet base coat on my nails. And I just want really little tiny pieces of this, and I'm only going to put them around around the edges. We're going to stay away from the middle of the nail because that's where stickers are going to be. So I will get it on there in places, and then I will kind of use my brush to break it up a bit into smaller bits. Now this is going to be edited, so it's going to jump around a little bit because I was out of shot for a lot of this stuff on this video, so I tried to get as much as I could on here, but there's a lot of stuff you're just not going to see. But I think that you'll get the gist pretty well. And while you're watching me put this on, once I get these gold bits on, we're going to cure this. But while you're watching me do this, this is like a very, very different set for me. And I really love how they came out. I think they're really pretty. However, they're just not for me. You guys know how I like my bold, bright colors, and this is just a little too kind of, I don't want to say blah because they're not blah at all. They are really pretty, but they're just a little too nudie for me. But I do love them. I don't not like them or anything. So anyway, back to this. We're still trying to get this stuff on. And as you can see, I'm breaking it up as I get it on there and trying to just, also I'm trying to pat these down so they're going to lay flat, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back over them and just pat down anything that looks like it's sticking up. Because some of it was where it wasn't like smoothed out flat. It was kind of crumbled up. So some bits were sticking up a little. Okay, and then we're going to cure that, as I said. In we go. Now we're back out. I'm going to give this a thin layer of no wipe top coat now. This is just the first of many different layers of top coat that's going to be going on. I haven't done any sets that didn't have nail polish in a long time. So, as I said, this was a big departure for me. Also, that one I'm painting right now where you can see it looks a little dark on my nail. I had a really bad greenie on there when I took my old nails off, which I wasn't surprised there was a greenie. I was rather shocked at how bad it was, though. Clearly, it had been brewing for quite a while, and since I had green nails on, I didn't never notice it. Okay, moving on, we're going to use this chrome. Now, I did a test on my pinky nail to see if I was going to like it, and I did. So we're using this kind of bluey, purpley, sheer chrome. I don't really know what to call this. It's not Aurora powder, but it's kind of sort of similar, except for it has like I said, a bluey, purpley kind of tinge to it, but only when the light hits it a certain way. And I'm putting this on because of the stickers. Some of them are really pale blue, and I thought this would make a nice background for it. And there's what it looks like. Okay, we're going to go in now with a layer of this Gaoy matte top. Now this is the powder resistant matte top coat that everybody's gone crazy over. I got this on Amazon. It came in a set with 2 bottles, and these are full-size bottles. I forget how much it was, but it really wasn't that much. I was really pleasantly surprised at how cheap it was because I was expecting it to be expensive. And you guys know me, I can't afford to buy any of the really expensive stuff, so I make do with the cheapy stuff I can get. And frankly, I think if you're a good or at least a decent nail artist, you should be able to create nice stuff even with inferior products. Okay, we've got that all on there. I'm going to clean up anything of top coat wise before I cure it, but then it goes into cure. Now we'll go wash my hands so you won't see that mess anymore. These are the stickers we're using. These came from Allie. Now, the stickers themselves are really nice and they're super duper sticky. The problem I had with these is that some of them on like one side of the sheet, it wasn't cut through all the way where I'm assuming there's some kind of a thing that's cutting around the sticker shape, through the sticker paper. So when you peel it off, it's, coming off is just the shape. There's no excess stuff around it. But on one side, the other side of this sheet, um, the sticker paper was not cut through all the way. So some of these gave me a lot of trouble getting them off the sheet. And this is going to be, you're not going to see a whole lot of me putting the stickers on because unfortunately I wasn't paying attention and I was out of shot for a lot of this. But I will say, as I said already, they're very sticky, so they did stick on. Once I got them off the sheet, got them onto the nail, they stuck on there really well. It's just a matter of getting it off the tweezers now. I did have some trouble getting them to come off my tweezers, so I had to manipulate those a bit. But they're very soft and delicate looking, which is what drew me to them, and I really like how they look. So I've had these for a while now, trying to figure out what exactly I was going to do with them. There's one of the ones with some of the blue flowers, so you can see why I was kind of going for that bluey purple kind of tinge to the background of my, well, I shouldn't say my polish because I'm not wearing any, but the polish color. Now, some of these I've gone and put more than one sticker per nail, which you may or may not see. I've lost track now. I was starting some of the bigger nails. I was going in with 2. Right under where this blue sticker is where the worst of that greeny is, that really ugly one. So that I'm putting on there to cover that. I mean, if you don't know it's there, you wouldn't notice it. But since I know it's there, I can still see kind of the outline underneath of where that green is. But if I didn't say anything, nobody would have probably noticed. It makes me mad too because the 2 that I got a while back had just almost grown out now. So I was almost over those, and now I got a new one again. Okay, there was a piece of the sticker that had got folded under and it was bent from when I was trying to get it off the page. There we are now with what I've done on there. I'll do the rest off camera. There's the thumb. Pay no mind to my chewed up cuticle. Okay, now we're going to go in with this gel paint. Now I'm using white. This is going to be for the isolated chrome. I'm using white gel paint because I wanted my chrome to be very light and very like fine lines on here. I didn't want to use black because I was afraid if any of the chrome got rubbed off somehow, then I would have black lines showing and that would not have looked good on here. In this case, if it gets rubbed off, I'm going to have white, which kind of goes more with this, so not a big deal. And I'm barely touching my nail with this brush. I'm not putting any pressure whatsoever. I'm just barely touching it on the nail and then just dragging it. And I'm going for kind of like vein lines like you would see in a marble. So I don't want them to be just, plain curvy, smooth lines. I kind of want them to be a little janky looking. I just wanted to make sure I kept them on the thin side. And this is kind of jumping around because a lot of this was out of shot, as I said earlier. So you're not going to see it real well. Ignore that. That's my phone. It's going to do it again in a minute. I'm so happy that I finally have learned how to get these lines to be nice and thin. I struggled with that for so long. Part of it was I wasn't using the wrong brush, and part of it was just operator error. Is me not knowing what I'm doing and not taking the time to figure it out. Here we have it. Now we're going to go in and cure all those little white lines, and now we're going to go in with the chrome. Now I've chosen this really light gold chrome because I didn't want a real yellowy gold. I wanted this pale gold, and that I felt went better with the stickers because it looks like the same color as what's on the stickers already. And we're just going to rub this in where the white is. You just need the tiniest little amount on here, especially since we're not covering much stuff with it. Give it a good little rub in. And it will not stick to the background because we've used that top coat, that special top coat. I tried to avoid rubbing it across where the stickers were just in case I wasn't sure that it wouldn't stick on where the stickers are. I didn't want to take that chance, so we're going to get this rubbed on all those. The rest of these, on my other hand and whatnot, I'll do off camera, but then we're just going to brush off any of the excess chrome. And as you can see, it did not stick anywhere other than where it was supposed to. If I would have had this kind of top coat a long time ago, I could have saved myself so many headaches. And there we are, all cleaned up. Well, my fingers are not cleaned up yet, but the nails are cleaned up. Okay. And next, when I get to there, we're going to go in with a no wipe top coat. Or no, not no wipe, matte top. Now I could have used the Gaoy top coat again on top of this. I didn't because I'm just going to use it exclusively for the isolated chrome, so I went with the model ones for this one. So we're just going to coat the entire nail with this. This is going to protect our chrome that we just did. I'm trying not to make it real thick because I don't want to bulk my nails up worse than they are already. And then we will cure them. In they go. Okay, once those are cured, I've washed my hands again. Now we're clean, or mostly. Now I'm going in with my normal tempered top coat, and I'm just putting it where the stickers are, mostly with the bottle brush, and then I'm using my striper brush to go in and spread it out to the edge of where the sticker is. And also, I'm going to go over those thin chrome lines that we made with it because I want those to be shiny as well. Now, what I did for the most part was I just dragged my brush across where I put like where I'm going to put this on with the bottle brush over this main part of the sticker. Okay, now I'm going to spread that out to the edge of the stickers like I did on the other one. So they're shiny where they're supposed to be. And then I'm going to just drag my brush through this middle part on the top of the sticker just to get enough top coat on there to go over these skinny lines because I don't want a big bunch of it. So that will get my lines back to being shiny, at least semi. Then we move on. Then we're going to do that on all of them. I did manage to keep this part of it in shot. Surprisingly, it may not be in focus, but you can at least sort of see what I'm doing. I still can't get my camera to focus on the right area. And to be fair, I haven't spent that much time checking it out either, but I really need to do that. I do have a bit of good news I'd like to tell you guys. It's not anything now related. Our youngest son that still lives with us, finally, he's been trying for 2 years to get into UCR, which is University of Southern California, Riverside. He's been trying for so long since he graduated community college to get in there to transfer over, and he hasn't been able to get in. Well, finally, we got the notice that he got in for this upcoming fall semester. So everybody's excited at our house for that. He's really worked so hard on getting himself through, getting his AA. Which was, there were times when I didn't think we were going to make it, but he stuck with it. He got done. I was so proud of him when he graduated. Now we're going to go on to the university, which I'm very proud of him for. He's pretty much doing all this on his own. We can't afford to help him with anything, so he's doing all his own research. But anyway, here we are all done. I cured those after that glossy top. And there we are with them. I'm moving them around so you can sort of see the blue backgroundy color coming through. But there they are. Like I said, I think they're really pretty. They're just not for me. They're a little too kind of dull for me. But I do like them a lot. And there's the finished picture. So if you like them, please give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I upload a new tutorial every Saturday. I will be back with something for you next time. Most likely it's going to be flowers of some sort. Okay, that's it for now. Bye-bye.